Alright, what's up everybody? We're back and we're going to get the game going. We're based at 0101, that's January 1st in the year 2200. My voice is starting to go, so I think this will be my last video. Excuse me. But we're just going to hit start. I hit spacebar and you can see that... Excuse me. Goodness, everybody's starting to move. They're going to execute the orders that I gave. We've got a little space station above defending our home planet. And you can see how slowly... Alright, I'm going to pause it here. Secundus Isarki is the new heir to our empire and will take the throne when our current ruler dies. Alright, so we've identified an heir. And you can see that the notification came up here. I'm going to let this run 1 year. At least this first year. And and I'll just talk our way through it. So if you right click this, it dismisses it. You can see here, this little icon here is showing the development of the spaceship that we have here that we're developing. We can click there and see it. This is the science ship that we're creating. We can see the progress on our... you can see that we're in February, and each month is when you sort of notch progress on this list here. So, this is our military craft, and it's just jumping around, showing us what's in each of these systems. Okay, our spaceship is done. Our science vessel. Here's the new one. We need to assign it a leader. So we hit assign new leader. These are our scientists. We need to recruit a scientist, and they have different traits. Longer life, anomaly failure risk, experience gain, and we only have 3 to pick from right now. But as you get more, it'll only show you 3, so you're going to need to use your scroll wheel to sort of move between them. So these are their ages, and so this one is 45, but it'll live 25 years longer. But if we get this one, yeah, I'm going to go with this one. They gain experience faster, they're really young, and they already have a relatively short life as it is. So I have to select them by left click, and we're good to go. Now, if we... Where's my leaders? Here we go. So if you look, you can see on here, I'm going to hit pause, what they're doing. Right? So they're busy commanding this spaceship, they're busy surveying, busy leading, and so on. So alright, I'm pausing it again. If I right click on the ship, it centers the screen on it, and if I right click on it again, it takes me right into the system where it's at. So I've got this science ship selected, and I'm going to survey this system starting with this habitable planet. And I know it's habitable because it's green. It'll either be yellow or red if it's not. And then as a secondary, see, here's a yellow one. I will send it here, and I'll survey that system. Now if I was trying to min-max everything, I would send it first to that other planet and then to this one, and then I would let it sort of scan the rest of the planets in each system. But I'm not going to be too sort of anal about these things. Notice that the name is gray. Once it gets surveyed, the name turns white or disappears, as is the case with these, because it's shown that there's nothing of danger there, or that there's nothing worth paying attention to. Right? So we're in April now, slowly ticking along. We've got the science ship still selected, and it's looks like a construction ship. And these are the various things that it can do. It can build observation posts, science research stations, mining stations, and frontier outposts. So those will take on new meaning hopefully very soon as we survey things. See, that ship just reached there. What we're waiting for is one of these planets will have resources that we can capitalize on. So each month I'm getting 9 units of minerals, 2 units of energy credits, and while we wait, I'll send my construction ship back there, but let me look at the planet. So while we wait, we can see that a new a new pop or a new population is growing here, and their progress will occur over this little bar right here. So by the time they're done, I will probably want to build either a farm or a mineral, whatever they're called, mineral mining network here to take advantage of the resources. Now, you don't have to. You can build mining networks anywhere. But if I build a farm here, it'll squash the collection of the minerals that are here. And vice versa. If I build a mining network here, it'll squash the collection of food. Since this gives a bonus of 2 food, generally I let that dictate what I build there. So I'm going to build a hydroponics farm there, and that will be done being built by the time this population is fully grown. So, all right, we got a little pop-up here. The ISS Singing Hatchling has made a startling find on Figazar 1. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Rakur. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Figazar are sentient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. We may not be alone out here. And by clicking this and by having had this experience, we gain 60 research points. And you can see that that's worth like basically 10 months worth of research. And that's great. So, all right. So, we hit OK. There we go. You see this? So, we'll click over here, and this planet has 3 minerals that can be gathered here, and we can right-click with our construction ship and build a mining station on it. So that gets our... Basically, you want all of your resources, all of your ships and everything to be constantly busy. You don't want anyone sitting idle. The Imperium of Rakur is abuzz with the news of alien organisms discovered by the ISS Singing Hatchling some time ago. While far from intelligent, there is life out there. So they'll give you little snapshots to the story of your empire. And that's kind of cool, I think. So unfortunately, we've done a lot of research here so far and haven't turned over anything in our home system. And that's too bad. It's kind of a crapshoot. So things are still moving. We're into August now. And we're going to go through 1 year at this speed and just sort of talk about what's happening. So we built another ship. We are building something here. You can see the building of a building is actually much quicker than... All right, I'm going to pause it one more time. We've discovered an anomaly in doing research. And I think it's this one here because it's Jilcure, whatever. 20% failure risk. The anomaly level is 1, and my skill level is 1. And so I can let it be and just let it sit there and not worry about it. Or I can let this scientist research it. At very high failure risks, you can sometimes lose the entire scientist and the ship with it. So 20% is relatively low, and just to sort of walk ourselves through it, I'm going to hit research, and let our scientists focus on that. And that's what this little thing is here. So as you look at the map, you'll see a little microscope appear next to systems that have anomalies in them that need research.
Complete. Anomaly found.
All right, so we just found another one, and we're going to see here it is up here. So now this planet, now that we've researched it, if we click on it, has these resources on it, and we will be able to colonize it should we so desire. So for now, I'm going to hold off on that because I think my next colony is going to be down here on this 23-person planet. And that'll be much more beneficial to me just to increase my overall sort of resources and everything. And you can see the anomalies are listed here up in the... If I click on it, it'll show you the progress and what's going on. The strong gravity well in Vibindak has pulled in a massive amount of space debris from which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears to be a wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris of valuable technologies and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. So that's great. So by researching that anomaly, we've found a source of minerals, right? So, all right, so we can click through that, and you can see there it is. There's the 3 right there. And when our construction ship is done, we can have them come here. The magnetic field of Figazar 2 experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed by ISS Singing Hatchling. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. That's great. And so by going through that anomaly, we've picked up 60 points worth of physics research, which is fantastic. And you can see that that's reflected here in that we've found bonus research here and here. So we only have 15 months, 22 months remaining, and still 40 over here. All right. We're in November, so we're almost done with this first little bit. Contact report. Remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence, reads a popular Newsnet post on Rakur. The people of the Imperium of Rakur are apparently finding some humor in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equals from other stars continue to elude us. Science Officer Pikita's report on the traces found on Vibindak seemingly can only add an ironic twist to the situation. That's fine. Again, this is just sort of fleshing out the story of our empire. So we're about to wrap up November. We've got one system here that has a habitable planet, and even though it's an alpine world, it's only 80% habitable. So another alpine world will be 80% as well. Arctic worlds, other worlds within our column of frozen planets, will be 60%. So as we increase the habitability through research and all of that, all of those numbers will increase, and the happiness of our populations that live there will equally increase.
Construction complete.
All right, so we finished building. Okay, so we got into the next year, so we'll break it here. But you can see that we finished building the farm. This little symbol means that it doesn't have a population managing it at all. We're producing already 3 extra from the amount that we're consuming, and you can see that both here and down on the planet. And but this population is going to take quite a bit longer. You can see that it picks up 1 per month on progress of growth, and yeah, and so it's going to be another 36 months and another 3 years before this population grows up and is able to actually fill in that spot. So that's fine. We've got 90 minerals saved up. Our construction ship is almost done building a mining station up in this area here. And that's good because that'll give us an additional 3, which is really good. Early on, you want to build these out as quickly as possible because they're the resources that you use to build more and to actually do something with yourself. So with my construction ship, my next step will be to build a station here. And that'll cost 90, so that'll be relatively expensive, but you got to do what you got to do. We'll be able to pick our first tradition here in another 1.5 years. And that's where we're at. So, this is the first year of the game. And I'm going to break the video here. And hopefully the game's saved, and then I can pick this up and do another year or 2. And we can walk through those steps as well together. And hopefully you're enjoying this and finding this informative. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. I really enjoy interacting with you and hearing from you and hearing kind of how you are making use of what I'm doing here, because that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, if you need anything, let me know. If you want to play any games that I'm not currently making videos for with me, also let me know. That would be pretty fun. So I hope you're well, and I appreciate you coming, and I will see you in the next video.